Good morning, pregame crew. How are ya? It is Tuesday, November 21st, 2023, 6:21 a.m. Mountain Time, 8:21 a.m. Eastern Time. Welcome to the pregame show. This is a show where I go over indices, commodities, crypto, movers, and shakers of the day. My goal is to get you ready for the trading day. And along the way, if I introduce you to TCG and what we're all about, wonderful. That's not my primary purpose. My primary purpose is to give you setups that I see and show you what the most likely scenarios are with the market as it stands right now. And now I'm going to say hello to my friends and do an audio visual check. Okay, thank you, Night Truck, and take a few chart requests. Good morning, Marvin. Hey, Tom, Shake and Bake, Greg, Keggers. Hi, Hector. Tess, Jokes, Fat N, Cliff. Hey, Gino. Clifton, Terrace, Casey, Mal, Mike, Ronald Reagan. Hi, Ronald Reagan. Your greatest fan, Cat, FSC, Jokus. Good morning. Let me go back up to the top. My best wishes to you and Lou Lane, Marvin. Like the turkeys, Keggers. Litecoin. All right, let's look at Litecoin. Daily downtrend, 4-hour higher high, hourly uptrend. So it looks like bulls are trying to put in this weekly higher low right here. So weekly higher low is the more likely scenario. I would like one more 4-hour higher low, higher high to feel comfy and cozy that weekly higher low is likely set. Getting an upper wick of profit taking on this hourly pop. 15-minute chart, no problems here, slightly overbought. You see how the weekly time frame trumped the daily time frame? The daily time frame's in a downtrend. That was not as important as the weekly being in an uptrend, and the more likely scenario was a higher low. So now that's what we're getting here on the 4-hour, hourly, and 15. If you don't have a position, I would wait for a little back burner. If you're looking at top fish, I don't know what to tell you. Maybe wait for hourly, higher, overbought. That could do it. Hey. Oh, Taras, that sounds good. Turkey with bacon. Sorry for all my vegan and kosher friends. FS, we very well could go straight up into the end of the year. Absolutely, we could. You're welcome, John. $99 Mischief. Hey, Ray. Hey, Tamazon. I just dropped mom and dad off about an hour ago, and she has 5 hours of stem cell harvesting. So I'll be working back at their temporary apartment. I'll be working all day. I have the midday live stream. I will be on the webinar this evening. So my dad has my mom taken care of. Pretty funny though. This morning it's 5 a.m. We're getting dressed for her to go get her first stem cell harvesting. And she wants me to paint her eyebrows on. She didn't like the way that the hairstylist waxed her eyebrows. They're too thin. This woman is going in, she's 70 years old, going in to get stem cells harvested, and she's worried about how her eyebrows look. God bless her. I hope I'm like that at 70. Hey, Ike, Mr. Necrolix, Adaras, Evans, Kat, Sam, Dino. Let me go back up. SMCI is a beast, and SMCI is related to NVIDIA. Please look it up on your own, but it is my understanding they make some type of component for NVDA. So if NVDA does well, it could lift SMCI and CDNS. That's my understanding. 4-hour, man, that looks like a cup and handle. Yeah, that looks like a cup and handle. That's pretty bullish. Potential 4-hour bull flag, but remember NVIDIA earnings after hours. Which way NVIDIA goes, ergo SMCI will likely go that way, so just be careful. Oh, Tammy, it deleted your message, but I saw it. You were laughing, my mama. Isn't that awesome? God, I love her. Okay, XOM short. We'll officially get started in 4 minutes. We don't have a lot of big data at 7:30. We have some 2-star events happening at 10 a.m. or 3-star at 10 a.m. and 2-star existing home sales and FOMC meeting minutes at 2 p.m. It's the meeting minutes, not the interest rate decision. Still, meeting minutes can move the market, but typically in a normal environment, it's a nothing burger. So just remember that. We already know the decision of the last meeting. This is just a recap of it. Okay, XOM short. Daily got a higher high. The question is this a weekly bear flag? And is this a daily megaphone? Possibly. Yeah, I get it right here. Looking for a top fish of 104.97 or 105.06. I pay for Supreme Data NYSE as far as my volume, so I do not get secondary volume sources unless it's some type of remote index that I don't have access to, like maybe Brazil or something, but I pay for the #1 top layer of data, so that would be surprising, Doug. Yeah, I would look at intraday levels to possibly top fish XOM. I like that idea. FSR is a mess. It's heavily shorted. I'm waiting for the squeeze. I watch this ticker every day. Do I sit there and watch it all day? No. But I do check in on it intermittently, and I'm waiting for that bounce. I think we're going to get a 20-25% bounce out of this once it finds a bottom, but dang, it's got to find a bottom. Can't give the bulls benefit of the doubt until they earn it. And they have not earned it. ENPH, and then we'll get started. Daily higher high attempt 98.78. We got it by 36 cents. That's not a convincing bull break, but we are getting it in after hours here. 99.33 is your next resistance. Gap territory starts at 103.98. This looks good and healthy. Thank you, Sam. I appreciate that. All right. I may have time for one more. EMPH looks good. Gapping up. EXC. Utilities. Daily tightening pattern. Weekly tightening pattern. Okay. All right. I see you. This is a nice weekly squeeze on EXC. Utilities aren't normally exciting. Let's see if they can get an exciting break out of this. Nice squeeze on the daily. Oh, my mic volume is low, okay? I have it, let me make sure it's turned up. It's turned up all the way. I'm a little bit farther from my mic than normal. So I'm just gonna push it up a little bit without toppling it over. So I will try to lean into the mic a little bit more, Doug. Thanks for that. Sorry for the misunderstanding. It's so funny how we all get defensive. No, my volume is correct on my chart. All right, let's get this show on the road. Good morning. This is who I am. I'm Chart Gal Lori, and I'm part of the Chart Guys community, and we teach technical analysis. If you want to give me a follow on Twitter, at Chart Gal Lori, I would greatly appreciate it. I'm getting pretty pumped up about 2024. I've never been this excited about starting a new year of trading. I've got all kinds of ideas ping-ponging around my head, and I'm excited. Hopefully you'll be a part of that as part of Chart Guys, and you can check us out at the Black Friday deal, which is pinned in the top of chat right there. Black Friday offer, you can click there to gain access to that offer. And also, I did not pin it, but we have our webinar today at 5 p.m. Dan and I will do a webinar. Dan will be the one primarily talking because he is the face of TCG right now. and has been. So what's included? Annual TCG membership. You get a free indicator, our historical RSI indicator that Jungle Funk came up with, and a meditation course, which is really cool. You get as part of the Black Friday special. So check that out. And then we have the unboxing today at 5 p.m. Eastern. Charting Man Dan and I will try to get my hair to look like that. I need a miracle between now and then when I'm live with Dan. So check us out this evening at 5 p.m. Eastern if you want to figure out what's all included here in this annual membership. All right. Housekeeping is done. What do I do here every morning? Well, besides cut up with my friends, I show you the economic calendar and I go over the market environment dossier. This is just a table that I use to convey to you, are we looking more bullish than bearish? A score over 100 for the bulls is a back burner day. A score over 100 for the bears is a reverse back burner day. So today we're in back burner mode. And I have notes that are off screen. I copy and paste for TCG members when I am done. Interestingly enough, I have written on my notes something that is so... if I'm being Captain Obvious, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be insulting, but for me, I remind myself of this daily. So maybe I'm the dense one. When you need to buy is when you don't want to buy. You don't want to step in. I just need to say that a little bit clearer, a little bit closer to the mic. Let me make it bigger. When you need to buy is when you don't want to. You won't want to buy when you're supposed to buy. Trust me, you won't want to. Okay, let's look at Tesla. What is this crazy woman talking about? So on Friday, pregame show, someone asked me right before I turned off the mic if I could look at Tesla one more time. I said, sure. Looked at it. I'm like, whoa, a daily higher low is the more likely scenario. If you could shoot for a first hourly oversold here, it could get you a back burner long. And man, it dipped feverishly. Let's look at that. November 17th. Shouldn't be that hard to find right here. So we're talking about it right here. We're talking about what Tesla needs to do right in here in order to get along. First hourly oversold. Look at it. It got a perfect tweezer bottom and it bounced $11. It gets no better than that. Whoever was buying here may have needed a diaper because it is difficult to step in and buy when you're supposed to. And I'm telling you, I don't know what day it's going to happen. Today, tomorrow, half day Friday, or next week. There's going to come a time where we're going to have a big pullback and you're going to be like, oh, that. My mom says that so she doesn't curse. Oh, that I got to step in. This is where I'm supposed to buy it. And you don't want to. And that is what separates the men from the boys, the women from the girls, where they step in and they buy when it's uncomfortable. But buying at support and selling at resistance will keep you in this game much longer than doing the opposite. All right. I lost my chat. 1 second. I need to be able to talk to my peoples. Y'all are not there. There you are. Okay. Thank you, Sam. Thank you, Jay. Okay. So that was just one thing I wanted to point out to you, that it is very difficult to buy when you're supposed to. When you have that feeling like, oh crap, I really don't want to buy here, that can be the point where you need to buy. I'm not saying your gut is always right. I'm just saying it's difficult in trading to short where you're supposed to and buy where you're supposed to. And I believe that Netflix is going to give us a primo opportunity for a dip buy, and so is Nvidia. And you got to be ready for it. I don't want 5-minute oversold in extended hours. I want 5-minute oversold or 15-minute oversold in regular trading hours in order to do that. So let me go grab my notes real quick. Hang Seng was down 0.25 overnight. DAX is now red. It just went from green to red, something to note. We're losing that 45.50 area right now on ES. Let's see what type. Let me go to 4 hour. That's probably better. From this low to this high. Okay, we've retraced about 0.382. that is still healthy. It could still be a 4-hour bull flag. As long as we hold 45.50 area, this could be a 4-hour bull flag. This consolidation is healthy. All right. Now, when we start retracing 50%, then that's a different conversation. Totally different. If we're retracing down to 50% and we bounce, a higher high is not guaranteed. A 4-hour lower high may be on deck. And yesterday, I hope I kept you out of trouble with all the bull squeezes that we saw in pre-market. It was just set up perfectly for the bull. So hopefully you got a part of that. It totally was, Paul. I'm not going to disagree with you. It totally was. Tesla was confusing that day. NASDAQ. Let's look at the 4-hour on this one. Is this still a 4-hour bull flag? Yes. We have only retraced about 35%. As long as we hold 16,000 area, we have a 4-hour potential bull flag on NASDAQ. Now, how much better off would you have been buying dips since October 27th? So for the last 4 weeks, buying dips versus shorting rips. Be much better off buying dips. Well, that is the trend. We're in a trend market. Stay with the trend until the bears tell you to stop. And they haven't made one case for you to stop. RTY is a different animal. Daily, well, let me measure that. Yet we retraced a little more than what bulls would have liked down here in the 45% area. So 4-hour lower high. Let me look at it. 8-hour may be cleaner. Yeah, 8-hour lower high is possible. And when you kind of zoom in, you see these little rising wedge that's breaking bear now on RTY. I like IWM for a short. And I'll show you that in just a second on the ETF itself. Dow looks fine. No issues. %. 1 second. 45% retrace. A higher high is possible, not guaranteed. It's definitely not as healthy as NASDAQ and ES. All right, VIX is melting, and that's good for the markets. We're getting a little bounce on the hourly chart. That could still be a 2-hour bear flag or 4-hour bear flag. Fear exited stage right. Any geopolitical headlines or news of Jimmy Carter passing could rattle the markets a bit. If Jimmy Carter passes, we could anticipate a possible stock market holiday, something to keep in mind. And then we have all the happenings in the Middle East. So VIX is not giving us any concerns right now for the market. Bulls are proving nothing on VIX. Bitcoin, we still have this potential daily bearish reversal pattern. We have enough room for a daily high or low. So I'm not getting too turned on this potential daily bearish reversal pattern. I'm just paying attention to it. Hourly EMAs are now overhead. It's getting more bearish than bullish for Bitcoin. Is that a canary for the markets? Possibly. Ethereum, hourly EMAs are overhead. 4-hour higher low is possible. Daily lower high, likely set. That daily lower high is likely set. Now we look for support or daily higher low compared to 1906. Ethereum is not as healthy as Bitcoin. Yes, Bitcoin has a higher percentage pullback, but if you look at the overall structure, Bitcoin has a better structure. Good morning, Trader Satoshi. I'll try, Paul. I will try. Dollar continues to be weak. Now, here for me, this is the fly in the ointment for market bulls. If we were to see consolidation, I think it would be derived from dollar getting a bounce on. Dollar is oversold on the daily. Dollar is oversold on the 4-hour. If the dollar gets a dead cat bounce going, that could bring some consolidation in the market. Albeit healthy, it could still bring it about. Gold, we're testing 2,000 resistance. We got a daily higher high. Now, can we go take out 2019? Beautiful move. Gold bulls are in charge. Yeah, GDX is benefiting as well. All right, oil. We have API estimates after hours today at 4:30. Inventory may be off this week because we're closed Thursday and half day Friday, or maybe oil's the same tomorrow and nat gas is off. You'll have to check that out if you're trading it. Hourly downtrend, 4 hour has enough room for a higher low. It's not game over for bulls yet, and this is what I'm watching on oil. Potential inverse head and shoulders pattern. Okay, so potential weekly, daily inverse head and shoulders on oil, not weekly. Nat gas is trying to get something going. Nothing, honey. Nothing, honey. Hourly downtrend. Can't get anything going. Apple. Oh, Apple may be losing 4 hour EMAs. We close the gap, 191.86. All right, so that's the level. So we got a 191.86 back here from August 3rd, and we double top with that level yesterday. That becomes the level to watch for Apple bulls to possibly, or bears to defend. Amazon, I don't like where Amazon is. These tiny higher highs without follow through, looking for a potential 4 hour lower high. I think Amazon could be a top fish. But if the market's bouncing, I'm going to stay away from any type of short. NVIDIA earnings after hours at 4 p.m. Eastern. Y'all, this is a situation where the question is, are earnings priced in? If NVIDIA, and I would anticipate they'd kill it, they're going to, I would assume, and you know what the word assume means, they would crush earnings. Okay, so how far up are they from the last earnings? 15%. Okay, so is 15% increase, has the beat already been priced in, or can the beat bring it up even exponentially higher? Of course, I don't know the answer to that, but I'm interested in finding out the answer. We'll see what happens today after hours. Looks like we're starting to reject here at this double top 506 and 506.02. Tesla had some relative strength earlier, giving a little bit of it up. Tesla still has the daily 50 MA overhead. We're inside yesterday's range. Yeah, I think it's a top fish against yesterday's high until bulls prove otherwise. We do have an interesting squeeze going on Tesla on the hourly. Let's see if Tesla bulls can do anything with that. You know, I'd back off that short idea. I'm just looking at the overall structure. This could be a ramp up mode. Yeah, be careful shorting that. I think Amazon's a better short. ARM had a huge move yesterday. Back burner watch for back burner during regular trading hours for ARM and Save and Netflix. ARM, Save, Netflix, NVIDIA, they're all on back burner watch. So on Save, let's see. Paul was asking what was the trade here. I guess the trade was a 2-minute higher low bottom fish. That would have been the trade for a long. And you could have waited for a 2-minute trend change right here at the break of 12.26 and gone long and made good money. So watch out for Save. That JetBlue deal is still pending and it has some major volatility. But I like ARM, Netflix, Save, and NVIDIA for back burner. Cat. Okay, Caterpillar is a little different than most setups. We're looking for a weekly lower high. You see it? Looking for a weekly lower high. While looking for a weekly lower high, we have a potential hourly head and shoulders. So I like an intraday short of Caterpillar against 251.18, looking for that weekly lower high. If the market's screaming higher, I abandon this idea. If the market is going sideways to down, I will watch for this to develop. IWM, this has rising wedge behavior. 179.66 is your resistance. I like a 8-hour lower high top fish against yesterday's high of 179.65 on IWM. Maybe it'll give us another push up to short. Nike, another short. Where are my notes? Nike, potential daily head and shoulders, potential top fish setup against 108.50. This is not the ideal head and shoulders that you see. You wouldn't put this on mom's fridge, but the psychology is there. I like a top fish of 109.06. 108.50 or 109.06 on a bounce. I like a top fish of that. Not down here. Not down here. All right, I got through my notes. Good morning. Oh, good, Andre. XBI. Just by a show of hands, can you put a 1 or show of ones? Can you put a 1 in chat if you've taken advantage of the Black Friday deal? I just want to see who in here is re-upped or new members. XBI, that's a pretty big pullback. I would say you could look for a top fish against 73.76. Weekly lower high is still the more likely scenario. 4 hour got overbought. Yeah, that's a logical area to top fish. Rob, a SPY Condor may work. NVIDIA earnings after hours and FOMC meeting minutes may mess you up, so I'd probably still avoid it today. Matic. Night Truck, you re-up. Awesome, thank you. Yeah, that's a Head and Shoulders. Sure is. T Blizzy, awesome. That's true, Income Trader. Good point. Income Trader says Nike short tough against Dick's Sporting Goods report today. Great point. Well, John, thank you. And Foxy, I hope you join us. Awesome, Shake and Bake. Improve your trading. All right, Jokas, come join the party. Actually, it's not a party. We are maybe even on the borderline boring because we are just pretty straightforward, TA, in your face, technical analysis every day. There you go, Mao. There you go. So yeah, Matic looks weak with that daily head and shoulders, hourly downtrend. All right, Rob. Let her rip, Tater Chip. Pull the cord. So Black Friday sale, it ends in 6 days, I believe. 6 days, 22 hours it ends. Awesome, Kathy and Keggers and Rob. Love you all. All right, don't forget the webinar tonight with Dan and me. We will go over what's included in the package and what you get as part of your membership. And there's the link for the Black Friday special. It is pinned in your chat. And TCG members, I'm going to have these notes over to you in just a jiffy. Thank you for being here. Awesome, Tanner. Y'all use stop losses.